Hello everyone, my name is Kichiko and welcome back to a new episode of Tales of Vesperia. So here we are still in Zopheir, but I'm pretty sure we're at the end here since we just finished fighting a boss. But before we move on, let's go ahead and change her outfits. Sadly, Flynn is not with us, so we can continue to look at his outfits. But whatever. And Carol was highly injured and he is not in our party. Or he is, as the game coded, KO'd. So. Oh, he learned a new move. Well, great. What was that? Oh my gosh. Jeez, girl. Okay. Oh, because someone attacked them with water. Yeah. So let me see what that was. I know Raven, well, Repeat learned something new. Cyclone shot. I think the rest of them just had altered arts. Okay, so he has fallen stars. And let's see, what does she have? So that's what she did. Okay. So, what is her magic attack like? Oh, 732. Yeah, okay. So, can we go this way? Which way is out? Body paint. A magic paint that protects the body from harm. What? Interesting, I guess. Except I kind of want reflex. May I put reflect on Carol when he comes back into the group? That looks like it keeps going. So let's go this way then? Maybe? Yeah, I think they're saying new things now too. Okay, so we're gonna switch to Judith. That's the party leader. Yep, it's the end. Okay.
I guess I can fight. Oh, you poor thing.
Okay, let's see. She has 9. Okay, so that's Flynn and the Carol. Ooh, Raven. Increases the rate at which the overlimit gauge fills. So let's put that on. Bloody Cloak. A garment dyed a deep blood red. The color is actually due to a special material in the fabric. Right. Okay, let's see. Serve a coat. I'll give that to her. The land of ice.
In this cold, we're gonna freeze in no time.
In that case, we should move more to get warmer. Either that or get to a warmer place.
Either way, if we hold still, we're done for.
Yeah, but if we wander around too much, we could use up all our energy and collapse.
Then it sounds like we need to do what we came to do and get out of here. The pooch seems just fine in all this cold.
Yeah. He has fur. Well, I'm not saying that that's the only reason why he's warmer. Could be something else. Hey, Patty leveled up. So she's 47. Okay. Who knows? Maybe by the time we are able to go across the world, we will be level 50 or something. And more than ready to fight the Medusa butterfly. Okay, so what did Patty learn? Dangerous ladder. Toss a card, then bet either high or low. The more you guess correctly, the more your damage gets boosted. Huh. Okay. Yup. Okay, so he's done with Vagabond. And that is his strongest weapon. Yeah, and I want to keep on getting the attacking with resistant attribute, because I'm using the water type. Oh well. Unless I take her out and bring... So how many skills does she... All 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch out Patty and put Judith in instead. Okay. Just until I learn those skills for her. Okay, so she learned a new art. Let's see. Moonlight, no, it was Moonlight something. Yeah, Moonbeam. Teleport above the enemy, then strike down with your lance. Sail bottle. Just go, keep going. Here we go. Oh, Psychedelica. A long cloth belt with a dazzling pattern originally used to distract attackers. So, special, spirits, fatal seed. Okay. Oh, we can get on here. Dang it. Maybe this was the way was supposed to go. Let's go all the way back. Hey, level up. So she's level 47, I believe, now. But that's great. Oh, I can come back over. Wait, hold on.
We're done.
Check.
Oh, there's no challenge at all.
Don't get careless.
Ah.
Resound, O cry of victory! All right. Perfect.
Okay, so Raven learned. Okay, so he's still learning Super Chain. Limit Bottle.
Fight like I'm gonna die, huh?
I'm just getting started.
Let's keep going. Where would we go? Where would it stop? We don't know.
They're wide open.
This ain't a bad strategy either.
We're done.
Okay.
We got a head start.
Our strategy worked.
Yes, up. This is keep on going too.
Hold still. I'll make this quick.
Okay, treasure chest. Magic lens. Oh. There we go.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
Was I a little hard on you?
Okay. Keep going. Oh, this is where I would have gone. I think. Yeah. And then I stopped because, like, wait a minute. Okay, so we went all the way around. That's interesting. So now we going out.
Hey, does that look like an exit to anybody else?
It should be.
Tired already?
We old folks lack stamina. Judith, be a dear and take him for a spell.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of stealing your job from you.
Carol, you're awake, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Boy, were you awake this whole time? The game say you was KO'd.
Wow, Carol, you're really good at pretending to be asleep.
Forcing a poor old man to work in this cold. Mr. Carroll, you're made of tougher stuff than I might have guessed.
Feeling better, Carol?
Yeah.
We were really worried about you. Me too.
You didn't look that worried to me.
Really? That's weird.
They're both wearing their maid outfits.
Just never do that again, okay? We're all in this together. Okay.
Mind telling me what's so funny?
Hey, easy, Yuri. I was just remembering something the Dawn said.
Take care of your friends and they'll be there when you need them. Was that it?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe this is the kind of thing he meant.
Well, if you feel like you understand what he said, I'm sure you're on the right track.
I hope so.
All right, the exit's right in front of us. Let's go.
Let's go.
Everything all right?
Yeah. I was just thinking that maybe all the ice here was made by the air.
Frozen water.
The ice? From the air?
Well, if all things are made up of air, that would make sense.
The air crene here was actually quite stabilized, enough for a monster to control it. Maybe, if huge quantities of air could be made solid, it would help stabilize things.
You mean something like that could restore the air imbalance and stop the disturbances?
You mean like a giant crystal?
I'm not sure. It would probably need to be more efficient, and it would take a lot more air.
It sure would be awesome if we could do that, though.
Like a tower of mana.
So, you want to stay here and research this air crane?
No, there isn't time for that.
And it's too cold.
Yeah, and we've already burned enough time here as it is. Let's go.
That's not my fault that I wanted to explore every nook and cranny.
Estelle, please be okay. Once we're out of here, let's ask somebody about what's happening in the capital.
Sure thing.
Carol has been revived from KO. That's great. Brave Vesperia. Because he's so brave. Yeah, I still like what I have. Where to next?
If we want news of the situation in the capital, wouldn't going to Halure be the safest bet?
Good call. Not only do they have a barrier, we can rest while we're there.
Well, some shut-eye sounds good to me.
Well, if that's that, then let's get moving. I'm damn near frozen to the bone as it is.
Let's go. Oh, we still have to go through this stuff. Oops. Forgot. I'm on the map. Excuse me. Well, this boat was bigger than I thought.
So can we just go all out?
All my heart, baby, all my love.
That's over.
Are you okay, Carol?
Sure you're all right after your little one-man crusade?
Huh? I guess. I mean, I feel okay for now.
How unlike you to worry about Carol, Rita.
It's not that I'm worried about him,
We can't show up with injuries when we're going to rescue a princess who has to heal everybody.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
If you say so.
His mouth was still moving.
Fight like I'm gonna die, huh?
Ooh, nice moves.
I'm just getting started.
Alright, so let's see. I don't see any treasure chests, so let's just go. Stop it. Oh man. I knew that was going to happen.
We're done.
Excuse me. Pardon me. What? Dude. Great. 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 Ow.
Friendship and hard work win!
Oh, wait, he's carrying the sword that he got.
A new skill under my belt.
Well, that's pretty cool. The Bravier, a relic from the ancient wars. It somehow gives you courage. Well, that's great. But let me make sure that I wasn't really... Oh, wow. Does that said 1010 physical attack? Okay. All right. You keep that. Yeah, you keep it. Motion chart change. cannot be stunned during overlimit. Enter overlimit level 2. Okay. Okay, so and then Patty. Learn the stuff on that. Probably should make sure that she doesn't have those on. Five. Okay, so I think I might do mitigates damage from a basic combo attack. Actually, no. Ooh, my ear's really itchy. I actually want this one. Okay. Excuse me. Well, at least it wasn't red again.
We should really enjoy these little times together. So is that okay? Stronger and stronger.
Okay, so Judith and Carol learned new skills. So she finished off that one, but I also think that this is her strongest weapon, so we're gonna keep that. And he has 2. Oh, hey. Okay, we don't have to worry about these things. These are lower leveled. But I want to make sure that I do have... And that is a no. You don't have all of them. Okay, so we're going to have to use repeat. Aw, level 11. Yes. Yes.
Alright, who's next? I'm just getting started.
Alright, so Rita. Okay. Hi guys.
There are too many.
This is fun.
Oh, we don't have these at all either. Okay. Level 8. Paul Wiggle.
Oh, the time has come to say goodbye.
I have a feeling in this beginning area, I'm going to be getting a lot of these monsters that I should have gotten at the get-go. So are we going that way? I'm guessing. Yeah. Oh! This is where... Okay, this is where I was before. When I was just sailing, flying about. Do I have you?
Fight like I'm gonna die, huh?
I do have them.
Alright, let's go.
I killed him in one hit. Did this place have breakable stuff? I don't remember. Well, wait a minute. So there's rocks here. Oh gosh. Sorry. Not like I'm worried about it. Okay, so I do have the bees.
That's over.
Okay, let's see. They keep on surprising me because I'm looking in a different way. We do have this one as well.
That's over.
I really don't think they should be able to just come at me. I mean, you're like almost level 50. Why would they attack us? That's what I want to know. Those people are crazy. Anyway, let's go to— oh! Woo! That pig was coming after me. Let's go to Halure. Is it all quiet?
There sure are a lot of people here.
Oh.
They're refugees from the capital. See how they're all well dressed?
Doesn't look like it has too many people.
With the barrier here for now.
Oh, I forgot. Carol is still probably recovering, and I have him on with heavy armor on.
Carol, are you okay?
Sorry, Carol.
Looks like he ain't okay at all.
He's got a bad fever. He really overexerted himself.
All because he had to go and be a hero. I swear.
But he got a very cool sword out of it, though.
Yuri.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Let's go to the inn so that Carol can rest.
Carol left the party. The me then, the me now.
It's actually nice to be back. It all started with trying to recover that Aqua Blastia. Couldn't have guessed then we'd be heading out on a trip that spanned the globe. Don't worry, Rapide. I'm the same guy now that I was then. It isn't me. It's the situation that's changed. Yeah. It's just a new set of circumstances.
Well, they want us to go straight to the end, but I'm going to talk to at least these people. We have many refugees from the capital now. Oh. But I know that's hard with so many people. There were a lot of people pushing and shoving. There were like waves. Why are those people... People. Ooh. Just like they sound out the word people. And, well, that's like people. Anyway, from the capital, so arrogant. They just happen to be born there. It's just luck. You need to know how to spell, boy. You spelled people wrong. Wait. Yeah. Hi, Mayor. We decided to take the refugees from the capital, and we're so encouraged by His Highness Yuri's support. We are all fellow compatriots. If the people of the capital are in trouble, we must extend a helping hand. But would they do the same if it was reversed? You will hope so. What's up with Yuri?
You've been looking all around for a while now. You looking out for somebody?
What? No.
There's no point trying to hide it. Your eyes have been wandering all over the place.
Are you trying to
Alright,
see
you
us
got
still?
me. With all the people from the capital, I haven't seen anybody from the lower quarter.
You're
True.
concerned for them, aren't you? That's nothing to be ashamed of.
I just figured we've got enough to worry about as it is.
Who knows? They probably be like, only the upper quarter people can leave. All you lower quarter people can just stay here. Like, what? It's a danger. Were they here? What? They were not here. If you head for the sea from here, you can't help running into Amid Hill. They say there's the remains of some monster in the ground about halfway up. The story goes that this monster was as long as the trunk of the tree of Halure. Big, right? Not long ago, I caught sight of a gallant man on my way home from the port city. He was tall and slender, with silver hair, but he was heading into the mountains, and nobody's seen him since. That sounds like Duke. He was far too handsome to be a hermit. Yeah, that's Duke. I wonder who he could have been. Okay. Righty then. I've organized all the issues with the Blastia in my head, but I can't think straight with everything going on. I want to escape so I can think quietly again. Too bad. I'm worried whether those people who escaped from Zopheir will pay respect to that tree. I wonder if we should teach everyone just how precious the blossoms are. No, maybe we should just mind our own business? Maybe. It was horrible. So many people. The smoke still followed us, no matter how much we ran. I can't believe I'm still alive. I can still see the terrible light every time I close my eyes. I don't think I'll ever forget this. I was so relieved when I saw this town's tree in the distance. It was like all the chaos in the capital was just a bad dream. I feel so sorry for a friend of mine who was late escaping. Why couldn't I help him? I think this will bring down the glory of the capital. Pride goes before the fall. Even if the capital was destroyed, its people weren't. The youth must be strong and live. Okay, dog. Woof woof. Wait a minute. Woof? You're not gonna say anything in particular, Repeat? But that sucks. Okay. I might have fled the capital, but I still want to go back someday. I can't just let it go after living so long there. They say home is where the heart is, but my heart will always be in that city. It's fun as more people gather. I know that we don't have time to have fun, but I thought it would be okay as it was getting noisier. It would be better if everyone lived here. Why don't you just hand over the capital to the commandant? You guys need some more houses then. Oh, what horror! Red mist, weeds just tingling over everything. What happened? We just barely escaped with our lives. I thought we were done for. Whatever. I plan on going to Nor Harbor for a refuge, but what about that? I guess I could cross the ocean to Halure, the city for nobles. Yeah, I think I'll go there. I'm done with the capital. Done. I'm leaving it for better hands. Lands, not hands. Welcome to the historic old Denapolo, where even His Highness Yuri stayed. Come on, stay a night. Just a little bit ago, His Highness Yuri stayed with us. That's amazing, isn't it? I got his autograph. Well, that's good, I guess. I heard that Zopheir is in real trouble, but is Halure okay? Did the Commandant of the Knights do something? I didn't think he was evil, I guess. I don't think that the Commandant of the Knights would invade Zopheir, will he? Well, he kind of did. I want people from the capital who have faced horrendous times to look at the flowers and be healed. And then I want them to tell the world just how good Halure is. No matter what's going on, looking at such beautiful trees makes you feel like everything would be okay. Why are there this many people? This is a small city. We can only handle so many people. About 40,000 people per square kilometer. Know what that is? No. The population density of the city. Normally it's about 30 people. Something is way out of whack. I don't see 40,000 people. I see those buildings behind there. But we can only see this part. So this town's boring. There's nothing to do. Flowers? You seen one? You seen them all. Boring. Oh, screw you too. I want to go back to Zopheir, but I don't know after all that happened. Stay here. Be peaceful. Be at peace. Hello. The trip from the capital sure takes its toll on these old bones and the monsters. But I should happy to be alive with the capital the way it is. Are you going to the capital? You really shouldn't. It's like going there to die. Well, I mean, I see those buildings back there, but like I said, I don't have access to the whole city, the whole town. So, bye, dude. Bye, guys. I'm going to the inn. Yeah, I'm gonna save first, but I'm just double checking. Save first. Alright, let's stay. Oop.
Hello, and welcome to Denibola Inn.
Ebola.
Don't worry about paying.
Huh?
Why not?
Why? Probably because we don't look like we have any money.
Excuse me, I have plenty of money. Have you seen how much gold I have?
Well, you see, an important official is visiting the mayor's house right now, and it's by his orders.
Are you sure? Because I was just in the mayor's house and no one was in there but the mayor.
The government's handling the money for the inn so that anyone can stay here for free.
Well, that's kind of them.
That must be for all the refugees that have come to the town.
Yeah, especially if you literally just ran away and you have nothing with you.
Circumstances being what they are, it takes the fun out of it. But our business is booming thanks to all the visitors to our town.
Sounds like a good deal for the Empire.
So does that mean you don't have any vacancies?
As I only see, like, what, 4 rooms up there?
You're in luck. I have 1 room that's not taken.
Are you sure?
Then I'll take that room, thank you.
Excuse me, no,
Hey
we was
there,
here
no
first.
cutting in line.
You guys were just outside. No, no. That's disrespectful right there. You guys was outside of the hotel. It wasn't even inside.
Of course, I wouldn't think of not paying. I'll pay 10 times the regular price.
I don't care. We was here
I'll
first.
also give the same amount to you travelers. That should settle things nicely, yes?
I have plenty of money. Okay.
You son of a...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I took another look at the register, and it seems that I don't actually have any vacancies. So sorry. Come again.
What? I knew this town was in the sticks, but this is...
There's only 4 rooms. I just said
let's
that.
just go on to Halure from Nor Harbor.
well said. I should be thankful we don't soil our clothing in a filthy little hovel like this.
Bye.
We're gonna be in for a nasty surprise when they try to go to Port Nor.
Right, because there's no ships leaving.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Your room is upstairs, in front.
Well, thank you, sir.
But you said there weren't any vacancies.
Dude, Rita, work with the guy. Work with the guy.
Business is business, right?
Yes, don't worry about it. I can't stand people like that.
Me neither.
And wasn't it you who saved Halure's tree?
Yes, we did.
This is the least I can do. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
All those refugees. The capital must be in a sorry state.
What evil you think that bastard Alexei's gonna perpetrate next?
There's no way I'm letting Alexei get away with all the stuff he's done.
Who cares about Alexei? Estelle. I want to save Estelle.
Well, if you want to save Estelle, you have to handle Alexei.
Yes, but to do that, we need to take care of Alexei.
Right, Judith?
And we need to come up with a better plan to do it. We can't let ourselves get blasted all the way back to Nor Harbor again.
Because that would suck.
Well, we can't go anywhere till Carol gets better. So we might as well gather some info around town, don't you think?
Sure.
Good idea. Someone might end up saying just the thing we need to hear.
Wasn't the innkeeper saying that someone important from the capital was in the mayor's house?
Why, yes he did.
Let's go and have a look-see. Old man?
Someone's got to look after the boy, don't they? Leave that to me. You kids go on ahead.
No problem. Raven left the party. It's dark time. It's night time. I want to talk to you. I need to become stronger. I thought... okay. I'm going to keep an eye on the kid. You go ahead and ask around. Goodbye. Check. A grand tree of Halure looks enormous. Check. Okay. I bet it's Prince Yuri. Look how beautiful it is. I see you guys are still here. You guys are still here. Losers.
Oh, I'm so glad you are all safe.
I was right.
Huh. You did this, right? Had the inn open its rooms free of charge?
And just who are you? Watch your tongue. Do you know to whom you are?
Chill out, sir, or whatever. Megane!
There are many
Glasses.
who have escaped with only the shirts on their backs. I felt this was one service their country could provide for them.
Okay. Actually, I'm more interested in what you can tell me about the capital.
The capital? Zopheir is no longer a city fit for any person. The city's barrier Blastia began giving off a great light, and the town was racked by earthquakes and lightning.
Sir, your mouth hasn't moved at all.
However, the real terror came after that. A glowing fog appeared from the barrier Blastia and quickly spread throughout the city. The plants it touched grew hideously large, and the water became poison. It was hell itself.
The air is out of control.
Oh, that such dire events could befall Zopheir, jewel of our glorious empire.
His mouth is moving.
If the air has covered the entire city, what is he doing to her?
This is that turncoat Alexei's doing. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it is.
He came to us demanding our obedience. And when we refused, he swore he would reduce us to dust.
Alexei?
Definitely sounds like a evil villain. Definitely.
That beast even had the gall to turn the royal guard on us after we made our escape.
Okay, his mouth is barely moving. Okay. Because at first I was like, he must be a puppet. Where's the puppet master that is controlling him?
Then how did you come all this way unharmed?
Flynn held them off for us.
Sounds right.
It is thanks to him that we refugees arrived here safely. If he hadn't come to our aid just then, we all would have died.
Oh, I'd love to hear more about how great Flynn is, believe me. But I haven't seen anyone from the lower quarter here.
Well...
What happened to them?
I'm sorry. I haven't seen anyone either.
Great.
They must have been left behind, with all that air flooding out.
It was all we could do to save ourselves. With all that was happening, we were unable to take everyone with us.
Really now?
We did all we could. You must understand.
Really? I highly doubt that.
Oh yeah?
Hey.
I'll be at the end.
You guys just didn't try to save the ones in the lower quarter. He was like, up, too much of a hassle. Bye. Are they still here though? Yeah, they're still there. All we can do is use our powers to help the refugees to the best of our abilities. I can't blame them for feeling that way, but there was really nothing we could do. If you say so. Flynn is doing all he can to help citizens flee the capital. I should have reacted more quickly. Well. So let's go back up to our rooms. Which is this one.
His Highness is...
It sounds like the entire capital's been covered in air. And the one in the middle of it all is most likely...
Alexai, using Estelle's powers.
That's insane. If he's using Estelle to cause all of that, then... she can't handle that. Who knows how much of a toll it takes on her each time she's forced to use her power. She was already having problems controlling it. Now there's no telling what will happen to her. What if we get there too late and... Even if we take out Alexai, she...
Do you think maybe there's a way to get her power under control?
Maybe.
There is. There has to be. We just haven't found it yet.
Hey, what about the Knights?
Flynn's doing what he can, but it's not enough. They don't have De Nomos.
But we do.
I'll try asking Pharaoh. It would be good to know how much time we have left.
Pharaoh probably already know.
Yuri.
Hi, Carol.
Hey, did we wake you up? How are you feeling?
Looks like I slowed you guys down again. You're going to the capital, right?
Well, we can't really go now.
Don't worry about that now. We're still figuring out what to do. You just get better.
Yeah. I just don't want to be left behind, okay?
Okay. We're not gonna leave you.
Our whole guild is gonna rescue Estelle.
You also heal things and heal ailments and stuff.
I know. Why don't you try and get some more sleep, huh?
Okay.
I can't seem to reach him. The air may be causing interference.
No big deal. Either way, it's just a matter of making Alexei sorry he ever started this. Right?
And nothing more?
I'm gonna go get some fresh air. Keep an eye on Carol for me.
Where are we going?
Yuri.
What's with a long face? You don't need to worry about me.
Hey, repeat. Well, at least we're not going somewhere to murder someone.
A job nobody wants to do.
Uh-oh. Parted with everyone. So am I talking to people? Speaking to people? Well, these people are gone. Or do we want to go back to Prince Yarder? I mean, like, there's no one for us to murder here. Unless we go bother Prince Yarder. The old guy is gone because it's past his bedtime. Or well, probably just got sleepy earlier. Okay, so they're gone. So let's check the mayor's residence. I don't know what you want to do, Yuri. I can't see the game wanting me to leave the town either. Unless it does. Let's see.
Are you going out alone?
I don't think that's any of your highness's concern.
Are you trying to murder Alexai? Dude, that's not... Or are you going to Zopheir to see if you can save the lower quarter people?
I want to know how things are in the lower quarter, so I'm just gonna go take a look.
Oh, I was right.
The council has decided to bring formal charges of criminal conspiracy against Alexai. The Knights are currently forming a strategy for re-entering the capital from Dayton Hold.
Okay.
With all that air in the city, I doubt they'll get very far.
Well, how are you going? Well, he does have the sword.
Estelise is with Alexai, isn't she?
Yep.
How did... So you caught on, huh? I wondered why you didn't bring her up earlier.
Like, where is Estelle?
What do you intend to do about her?
What do you mean?
All those who carry the Imperial blood possess a certain power. In most of us, it is too faint to be of use. But I have heard that hers is extraordinary. I'm sure it was for this reason that the Council threw their support behind her.
Why are you bringing this up now?
Isn't this current disaster being caused by her power?
So what if it is?
The Knights may have to... You're aware that defeating Alexai may not be enough.
That's not going to happen.
Because you'll do it yourself? Flynn told me about you. That you always try to carry far too much on your own shoulders.
You can tell him that we'll be just fine without the help.
But why?
I thought I told you this isn't your concern.
That sword. Perhaps you are just the person it was waiting for.
Keep talking, and I'll try it out on you.
Ooh.
Forgive me.
Yeah, don't, Yuri, don't murder the prince. So we are leaving. But that's just great. How does one... Dude, stop. Wait, it's morning already? Well, okay, whatever. Stop, don't. Oh! Repeat. Did you do this? Repeat. Dude. Hold on. Level 35. Level 58. I think that's one of the yeah, but not today. Not today. Not today. Forget all of you. Forget it. Is he still there? Like, I don't even know what even happened. Let's see. I sure wasn't about to do that. I think that was a beast type. So, yes, that is one of the things, right? Brutal. Let me check my pictures. I'm pretty sure Yep, in the southern part of Topikia, the Brood lurks deep in within a closed-off forest. This is not a closed-off forest, sir. These were the trails. Coming disappearing out of nowhere. Who you think you are? And I'm sure not gonna deal with you right now. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, he just came out of nowhere. Like, maybe because it was like nighttime, like dawn or something. I can't even go in here. So I have to go into the forest. But that's unfortunate. Man, that scared me. Stop. I don't like you. Yep, we have to go through the Koi Woods. Hi. I don't want to hurt you, but I will. I will so hurt you.
Resound, O cry of victory! All right.
I think I am gonna cook though, to get our health. Oh gosh. Wait a minute. What is this? Nothing. Excuse me. So I still can't go that way? I must get something later that will allow me to burn things. Nope, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Hey, that's...
Oh, that's where where Estelle's power first reacted to something.
I remember when Estelle ate that Nia fruit. That was quite a face she made. Well, come to think of it, it's been a long time since we've been on our own, huh, pal?
Yeah.
I haven't been feeling like myself, even when I'm fighting. It's like I'm tired all of a sudden. You mind keeping an eye out for a while, Repeat?
Well.
Yuri, you...
Huh?
Idiot!
Did they catch up to you?
Huh? What the?
He is shaking.
What? Carol?
Is that a ghost? Are we seeing like an illusion?
You brain-dead piece of crap!
Dude, he's not using a hammer. He's using a sword. That can cut us.
Hey, hold on a sec.
You trying to be some stupid lone wolf or something?
I mean, you kind of put a reckless stunt too, Carol.
Lone wolf? Wait,
Save the excuses for later.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Look, I was just checking on my peeps. That's all.
You can drop dead.
Whoa!
Well, that happened.
Such excitement.
Hey there, Sunshine. Still living?
Yes, I think so.
Maybe.
Well, it looks like you're awake now. How nice.
I am now asleep.
Jeez, Repeat. What happened to keeping a lookout?
He led us right to you, like a good boy. He's pretty clever, you know.
Repeat.
Yeah, he told us if we came this way, we'd see the biggest fool in the world.
He did?
Do you guys know what's going on? Do you really understand what has to happen after this?
You're the one who doesn't understand!
Carol.
You can't... This is one thing you can't just do on your own, Yuri!
What were you trying to prove? How far did you think you'd get without us?
Yuri, even if you leave us behind thinking you don't need us, we're still gonna search the whole world from top to bottom until we find you.
What it boils down to is, it's no fair keeping all the fun and glory to yourself.
Would it hurt for you to believe in us a little bit more?
We believe in you, Yuri.
Yeah, I mean, we're your friends.
Best friends.
You got me, guys. All right then. We're all in this together. Until the end.
Right.
Duh.
So let's go do this thing.
The way out of the forest is right over there.
Well, we know, Judith. We was on this part of the journey before you even joined. Repeat earned the Considerate Sidekick title. Reunited with everyone. Okay. Let's see. Nope, not cooking. Sometimes your sidekick may know you better than you think. Trust his instincts. Let's see. If the prince becomes emperor.
I wonder if the world will benefit if Prince Yoder becomes emperor.
Who knows?
What kind of weak answer is that? I thought you'd be at least a little optimistic.
Well, he'll have Flynn around. That should help things a little.
But only a little?
I'm not so wide-eyed and innocent to think that major change is going to happen overnight.
That sounds like you, all right.
True. Now, how does one get over there? Are we just not supposed to make it over there right now? Like, at all? Like, not at all. Like, not even a little bit. Do I have all of these? Yes.
Yeah, easy win.
Did I level? Still learning on that. Nope. Oh, I came the wrong way. It's not gonna take too long.
Resound, O cry of victory!
Within 5 seconds. Anyway, moving on. Hello. We're on the road again with all my friends. I guess that's why they didn't let you... Wait, we can't enter from the other side, though. You probably shouldn't go in, because then we probably get stopped by Flynn. But I want to go in. I want to see...
With shorter legs?
I don't think that's the point.
Yeah, I think they're saying new stuff.
Hey, why are we stopping here?
I just want to.
The knights were gathering at Date on Hold.
Flynn, right?
Yeah.
But this place is completely deserted.
Looks like we missed him.
I wonder if he's headed to the capital.
Then we might run into him on the way.
Ugh, whatever. If we're done here, can we hurry up and get moving already?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not deserted. There's still people here. You should stay away from Zopheir. We Knights are planning an operation to arrest the rebellious commandant. I'm staying watch because I have to guard this area. That is a market. I don't think he's going to be selling anything that I would want to buy. Yep. I can replace my magic lenses though. And that's that game, that puzzle. It's breeding season for those monsters and the Lord of the Plains is out and about again. We call it the Brutal, all because of its divine horn. I wish someone would just defeat that thing. Then we don't have to be on guard all the time. Would you guys like to give it a try? Just kidding. Well, that's what I... Oh, so that's probably why I couldn't get in that way, because he was out. Captain Flynn helped a lot of people from Zopheir evacuate. We'll fight with our lives to support the Knights as they take Zopheir. We haven't seen that event, that one guild leader. Below are laundry facilities for travelers through the hold. There's 100 gold. No. His, what he says never changes. But, check. So I wonder, since the plot actually brought us back to Halure, like I would have had to probably make it through that whole section without Edivaci that Raven has, because I got that skill from someone that was at Halure. Now I'm not sure if it's based off the plot, and I would have missed it if I would have waited. But anyway, let's go. We all healed up, so I think I'm gonna wait until we get closer to Zopheir, but I think I'll I might save here actually. Yeah, I'm gonna save here and continue this in the next episode. Alright, so with that, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Enjoy the rest of your day or your night. And this is Kichigo signing out. Goodbye, everyone.